Hey guys, welcome back to Tavern Talk. It's been a minute since we've played this. We are getting close to the end of the game, so we're going to see how far we can get today. I think we have like 4 more chapters left, if what I saw was correct. Ever blooming. Oh, the pumpkins and fall stuff is all still up. I thought that would go away after Halloween. Welcome back. It's good to see you both again. Hold your enthusiasm, innkeeper. We bring tales of disaster. I don't mind a little disaster in my tales. After all, you tell them so well. She really does. I've missed Clay. We haven't seen him in a while. As do you, Clay. Thank you. I hope my stories are as good as your drinks. They are to me. Speaking of which, can I offer you a drink in exchange for a little insight into your disasters? That'd be great. Something that feels strong and magic-y, right? You remembered. Yes, that one, please. Coming right up. Oh, actually, I don't remember. I mean, I could give him the cursed coffee. I have a feeling he's looking for this one. Alright, we get 3 attack. 2. Oh man, it's been a minute. Alright, a bit of defense. And a wee bit of charisma. There it is. Something tasty and strong, but hopefully not disastrous. Very tasty, very strong. You've really got the best drinks around. Happy to hear that, Clay. Tia, you're bursting at the seams. How were the archives? Fun! Were they? Okay, Clay, your name is not Tia, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Mayhaps. The bleak stalkers were... bleak? Cute. Cute. Very. Jade told us where to find the entrance to the archives, but when we got there, we found it surrounded by bleak stalkers. They were quite numerous, and so shaped. I decided to ask them if they could let us through, and I thought he might need some help with that. So I called on your honey flowers, and I extended my divine light to him. It made him glow softly, and they all flocked to him like moths to a gentle flame. Did you know they have velvet wings that can fold into their bodies? I didn't. That's fascinating. They were so cuddly and showed off their crawling skills in exchange for carrots. I asked them if they'd like to be our tour guides, and they were so excited. They'd never been tour guides before, and at first they thought it involved eating people. I might have acted a bit standoffish when trying to correct their misconception. Clay was able to convey the message much better. He's very good at explaining things. I think he really understands people, and that helps him meet them where they're at. I try to. Everyone has their own way of understanding things. I think that's beautiful. I envy your empathetic approach to life, Clay. Thank you, but you've got your own strengths. Like how you're a master of strategy, or how you're so good at making people feel safe. I suppose we make a great team. The best, I might say. We made a great team with the bleak stalkers, too. They led us right inside the archives, which were huge. Large parts of the Everbloom had collapsed, but even the explorable sections were unbelievably spacious. We had no time for a proper tour, unfortunately. We had to make it back in time for the barbecue, after all. That meant we had to be efficient during our search. Though we did take a break to admire the artist's hall the creatures excitedly led us to. We found abandoned pottery equipment that distracted us a little too much. Using more times than was perhaps appropriate, we molded tiny versions of the little critters as a gift to them. They loved them. Pardon me, I'm still recovering from whatever chest cold I've been fighting for like a month and a half now. It'd be great if it would just go away. Afterwards, we split up to cover more ground. Each of us was guided by a group of bleak stalkers. A dangerous choice. That's when the monsters get you. That's what Clay said. So I enchanted the friendship bracelets. That way, they would always sense in which direction the other person was located. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I'm going to give that idea to my DM. I like that. So neither of us would get lost. It was so smart. It was very useful. I see you kept yours on. I did. They really help with navigating around the archives, too. It's a beautiful place, you know. I mean, everything's overgrown with vines, or withered and full of termites. But we could still tell how much care had gone into building it. Some of the tree branches still had leaves on them. And I saw a couple of stubborn lotus daisies trying to break through around the rocks. I taught the bleak stalkers how to water them. They loved drinking out of the watering can. But they also enjoyed sharing their water with the lotus daisies. Hopefully they'll go stronger again soon. What a shame all the effort that went into building the archives was for nothing. But it wasn't. It meant something to someone once. And I could still feel that love in it, even during our visit. Maybe it'll even bloom again. It's called the Everbloom, right? Like forever. All right. Hold, please. I need to go blow my nose. We're going to take a quick pause. Ugh. Okay, hopefully that's a little better, and I can stop sniffling a little bit. All right. It's called the Everbloom, right? Like forever. I wonder who named it. We should go back sometime and see if we can find any information about the archivists. I bet they knew some great drinking games. Perhaps we should honor their contributions by studying the knowledge they left behind. Why not both? They should be people first, symbol second. Oh, yes. I guess both would work too. Good idea, Clay. What else did you find in the archives besides friends and the beauty and horrors of time, I mean? I got a little distracted when I asked our new friends to point me towards the cooking section. It was so vast. I found so many new bread recipes I can't wait to try out. I also found something for you. For me? Ooh, trinket! Yes, a recipe from a book on mixology. First I thought about taking the whole thing along, but it was a giant tome, and the bleak stalkers were so attached to it. So I ripped out the page that looked the most interesting. We thought it would fit your repertoire. Last Whisper. Ooh! Stealth itself into your heart, provides a boost to strength and speed, has a tough, if somewhat bitter aftertaste that will awaken your senses. Sometimes all you need is the right balance between elegance and brute force, and the correct translation of an ancient recipe. Interesting. I think it does, thank you very much. As for me, I asked them to lead me towards dangerous knowledge and soon found myself in a hidden study. The bleak stalkers didn't want to go inside, like they were scared of its contents. So I rewarded them with some treats and ventured inside alone. Sounds like you got along with them rather well. I grew quite attached. Perhaps I would even call them my favorite animals. That means we solved your favorite animal quest. We did. They almost made me want to stay and waste more time. Isn't that strange? Not in the slightest. Time well spent is time never wasted. Perhaps you're right. Anyhow, the study. It was a complete mess, full of scriptures, scrolls, and written ramblings that would be forbidden these days. A little exciting. And worrying. The papers I was able to translate spoke of the apocalypse, of the end of it all. There was research on the roots of the aether tree and how to unbind them, written with shaking hands and fading ink. Was this the more scholarly or mad scientist type of research? Hard to tell. The lines tend to blur with blasphemy. Do you know a lot about the aether tree? Because Tia gave me a whole presentation about it. I wouldn't mind a refresher. It's a giant tree. Good start. A world tree. That means our world rests on it, in it, around it, somewhere. In it, mostly. Depends on who you ask. The dragons guard the tree because they created it, maybe, but definitely because they care for us. And since we live in it, it should keep existing as it does now, because no one wants their house to crumble. Ooh, a lot of people get hurt if something happened to everyone's home. Guys, his little artwork's so wide-eyed and happy. Even a big guy like him needs a bit of encouragement and positive reinforcement sometimes. I think he and Miss Anwar are definitely a good team. They even have matching friendship bracelets. Now they just have to wear them. Clay also loves good food and would never want to miss a delicious barbecue. That's true, but luckily for us, damaging the Aether Tree is impossible. It's larger than we could ever imagine. To us, it's really more of a concept than a tree. And the dragons defend it. Despite their oath of neutrality, they're no easy foes. There is one way. The sigils of Alcahest. The what now? The sigils of Alcahest. They're the key to destroying the Aether Tree, according to the scrolls I studied under the archive's candlelight. Are they some sort of spell? More of a manual to a self-fulfilling prophecy, a way of breaking the cosmos in accordance with its own rules. For the tree to crumble, its foundation must be fractured. The 5 sigils of Alcahest represent the 5 dragons, each of which must be damaged to topple our world's balance. Only then can our cosmos reshape itself. The scroll spoke of experiments for creating a sigil, unsuccessful experiments. That's reassuring. Unsuccessful that you are aware of, ma'am. Someone may have figured it out. Not quite. They were only unsuccessful back then, is what I'm saying. Next to the notes of old, I found others, written on cleaner, newer parchment with unfaded ink. Much of it was incomprehensible, written in languages I've never seen before. But various sketches of whales caught my eye. Oh no. As did altered frostbite scrolls. That sounds unsettlingly familiar. I fear that the starfall broke a sigil. By ripping holes into Cassiopeia's wings, it destabilized her flight. If she's damaged any further, time could be sent into disarray. Meanwhile, the tsunami, like I heard, didn't just plague the archives. The waves broke down the barriers between the primordial sea and the twilight chasm in ways never seen before. So that's 2 broken sigils. That's not good. What an incredible understatement. 1 is bad enough. 2? What the heck? Oh, Clay, I didn't know you was that. It's gonna be okay, Clay. Pet. We're gonna get through this. To witness one such sigil fracture would be anxiety-inducing enough. Knowing it has happened to 2 will keep me up for many nights. It's not 2, it's 3. What was the 3rd one? 3? Alongside the notes, I found an old map with fresh markings. All the names were outdated, but the intention was clear. Marked were the 5 interplanar portals. I swear I can read, guys. 30 years ago, their sudden appearance toward fissures into Gaia. I believe they were the first sigil. Oh, was that us? No! Bad, right? Very. Who could have done this? I don't know. And why of all things? If the Aether Tree could collapse or even shifted from its perfect balance, the destruction would end us all. Who would want that? No! His little skeleton. No one thinking rationally, that's for sure. They might have good reason for it. Oh, we better have a good reason. This must be an old party thing we did. Maybe we can talk them out of it? I doubt it. Me too. Whoever it may be that's causing this, they only have 2 sigils left. Your would be quite bad, right? Don't they say that waking the Elder Dragon will start the apocalypse? They do. Chatter, 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 chatter. I feel there's too many ways to start the apocalypse. Maybe they're all connected and waking up will break the last sigil. Although, I'd like to think breaking all the sigils is indeed impossible. Because it's impossible to reach Tuat in the spirit realm, correct? It's not exactly impossible. One can make it to the spirit dragon via the astral sea at the dawn of the dying moon. That's in 5 days, right? Yes, but worry not. To reach such a specific location within the astral realm, very specific rituals are necessary. And Gaia's portal to Cassiopeia is indispensable. Said portal is located in and safely protected by the Aperture, the stronghold of the Order of Starlight. And its rituals must be performed with outstanding accuracy to withstand the treacherous astral currents. Only the highest ranking members of the Order are privy to this knowledge. And I guarantee you, all of us would rather die than aid in the destruction of this world. If the rest of them are half as stubborn as you are, I think we are well protected. Exactly. Oop. Breaking the sigils. Room unlocked. That's good then. The rest is worse. What's bad is that we don't know who's behind this or why. By the dragons and the endless horizon, anyone would desire something so vile. I can already sense your next quest. But can I offer you a drink first? Your throat must be dry from all that exposition. I wouldn't say no to a drink. Perhaps something that will keep my mind intact, defended from lunacy. Feel like I'm going mad. Say no more. That would be a Frosted Lagoon. Okay, 3 defense. Tad offense. And a dash charisma. God. Frosted Lagoon. Ding and gone. A delicious defense against the absurdity of evil plots. Thank you. This makes me feel a little less conspiratorial. I needed a breather. You know what else would make for a great breather? Fable's barbecue? Exactly. You're right. That would be quite pleasant right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think the barbecue is happening today. Fable hasn't returned from their quest yet. Oh. What quest are they on? Finding Melina. But we just saw Melly on the way here. Perhaps they found another quest while out. Heroism can be infectious like that. Innkeep, what kind of drink did you mix them? None. Maybe we should go look for them. Maybe so. Oh, I want Fable to be found, but at the same time, she's got to come to her own senses. Don't. They made their choice. Whatever adventure they found, they decided to face it without our help. Doesn't that mean they don't need our help now? Might have gotten stuck in quicksand or something. I agree, we shouldn't abandon them. But first we must solve our urgent sigil problem. I feel like we're just missing one piece. Oh my goodness! How dapper you are! We haven't seen Kyle in so long. I also have not been able to play this in so long. A piece of what? Cake? I'd like to order my usual cake, innkeeper. I don't serve cake. Never have. Oh, maybe you should. Another delicious delicacy would be... also still no blood. Aww. The sorrow I'm feeling almost equals the grief I felt after the vampire glitter competition of 1389. Ugh. Glitter. Oh. I had run out of glitter. I could serve you one of my usual drinks to alleviate some of that heartache. That would be splendid. I'd like something to enhance my immortal strength. No shopping bag shall hold me back today. You are so cute. Let's see what I can do. There is not a thought in that head, and I love it. He's got orange cat energy. I could give him the curse coffee. No. Stick to the usual. I'm just no fun like that. Okay. 3 of this. 1 of that. And 1 of this. A ding. here with all the strength of a raging fire. Is that a Mulan reference? Thank you, dear innkeeper. My blood is boiling with euphoria. Any particular reason for your shopping trip? A very particular one, dear innkeeper. It is a matter of life and death. I must head out to purchase this wondrous substance known as comfort food immediately. Do you know what comfort food is? I haven't the slightest idea, but it is rumored to restore you mortals back to full health. I'm afraid Rhea would perish should she not receive it. That sounds serious. Has she fallen ill? A fatal case of something she called being in the zone. I assume it's highly dangerous. She's refused a way to move from her drawing board for over a year now. She even threw me out of the room upstairs when I offered her a blood pellet snack. Has it been a year? How will her body handle another year without food? I have some good news for you. Rhea hasn't been sketching for a year. Okay. You guys checked in yesterday. How fortunate. As for your legendary item, you should ask her about it. Generally, everyone has a different idea of what they consider comfort food. How wondrous. Though something tells me you should give her some time before you go back upstairs to ask. Why? Her patience is on cooldown. Call it intuition. Her patience is on cooldown. I don't think Rhea is cold. Her room was very well heated. If anything, I think she's a very warm person. Right. Though I suppose she seemed a bit cold when I offered her blood. Let's give her some time to warm up again. Very well. Was he this dapper the last time? And I just don't remember. Is that just my brain? My poor sick little brain? Very well. I shall remain for a while. Oop. And once I have acquired the correct comfort food, I will make sure my friend eats every last bite. Why are you still so spooked over there? Like a vampiric mother hen to her vampiric chick. I didn't know there were vampire chickens. There we go. Now he's happy again. Thumbs up. Let's go. There aren't. Do you know that for certain? Yes. I could have sworn the ones at my family's estate had fangs. Chickens can't develop teeth. And here I thought we were comrades in blood hunger. Chickens are still very fascinating all on their own. Did you know they have very colorful dreams? Oh, that's nice. I once helped a wild hen with her dream journal. I'll introduce you to sometime. My favorite thing about chickens is that they purr when they're happy. What charming creatures. The more I learn, the more they remind me of vampires. So simple, sweet, and ferocious, yet their origin harbors one of the greatest mysteries of life. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg. I mean, the chicken would have had to hatch from the egg. Right? Not going to weigh in. Because for a chicken to lay an egg, it has to be a chicken. Chickens aren't born necessarily unless there was some really weird mutation going on. So it was a dinosaur egg that birthed a chicken, in my opinion. I am intellectually withdrawing myself from this conversation. But unlike this unsolved mystery, I do know how vampires were created. Would you mind elaborating? Weren't you intellectually withdrawing? As a cleric of Cassiopeia, humility is a lifelong objective that I strive towards. As such, I must admit when I need to concede words spoken in haste. Which would be now, I suppose. Ooh. When we unlock. Her bravery verges on obsession, but maybe it's just to stroke her own ego. She presumably has never taken a break in her whole life. Probably never will. But lately she seems to be warming up to others. Out of all the cute animals she could have chosen to love, she's particularly fond of bleak stalkers. Nothing wrong with that. Certainly. It must have been over 5 centuries ago when a scholar stole some of the immortal blood of the dragons. The scholar offered it to Queen Annabeth, who would become the vampire's monarch. I have never heard of Queen Annabeth. I think that was just a plot of a really challenging board game, Kyle. Oh, you're right. So then, Mike was real after all. Mike? Yes, it's all coming back to me now. The first vampire that walked this world was the infamous Mikhail. But most of us call him Mike. He had a very close connection to the spirit dragon in his domain. Eventually, Mike struck a deal with Tuat. In exchange for guarding the dragon's realm, he would get to live forever. But that didn't work out, I guess. Old Mike didn't read the fine print. The spirit dragon turned out to be a trickster. Tuat turned him into a new form of undead creature, invulnerable to age and disease, but still weak to the blade. Blood was the only thing he could stomach to consume, and with time, even sunlight became intolerable. Mike was no longer welcome among the living, but the dead didn't want him either. And that's how the first vampire was created. Fascinating. There is so little known about the spirit dragon and his realm. Kyle, just how do you possess knowledge that's considered ancient by today's standards? What knowledge? The knowledge you just told us about. Ah, I stumbled upon it in a grimoire I bought the other day at the local bookstore. Nope. That was the vampire romance book Lin recommended to you. Try again. But of course! Dear Evelyn was such a history fanatic. How could I not pick up on a few stories? This was one of her favorites. I still dream of her deathly beautiful countenance as she narrated tales until the intruder stopped screaming. She always told the story of our progenitor, Mike, so softly. She would cradle a vial of his blood, and her tone would turn so reverent. A secret to share just with me, she would say. Oh. I didn't mean to break the last oath between us as well. I'm sure we can help you keep this a secret, right? A secret between new friends. If secrets is how we can pay you for sharing this with us, then so be it. Since you seem to have been very close to her, I wanted to let you know. We traveled past Morrow Castle on our way back. It looked awfully damaged. The destruction looked so fresh if we only had passed by earlier. Clay even spotted a heavily armored silhouette a short distance of what remained of the castle walls. We hurried over as quickly as possible, but the shadow was gone by the time we got there, as it was only rubble remained. Oh, Kyle. Was my dear Evelyn unharmed? We don't know. The castle looked abandoned, like a ruin. My Evelyn, what a horrid fiend could have inflicted such damage. She must have fought back fiercely. May her opponent suffer twice the damage they inflicted upon her. What I wouldn't give to know her safe. I think I need to go ask Rhea about her comfort food. Despite his short and often fragmented memory, he has extensive knowledge of the origins of all vampires, which could be expected when you're a vampire yourself, I suppose. Even though he still seems to be caught up in his long-lost marriage, he really took a liking to the person who dug him up. Let's go give him some time to come to terms with what he just learned. Man, you guys are really milking those drinks. Lin! Unionize! Oh! And he has a new name now. What is it? Oh, it's still Skully. It's just Skully. Great tomorrow, innkeeper! There seem to be a few more bones than usual with you, Skully. You observe correctly, my friend. Do I? Where? They are wonderful parting gifts, aren't they? Sure are. Care to bring me up to speed, Lin? Nah, you'll survive being left hanging for a few more minutes. Rude. You're bullying me. You're bullying your innkeeper, Lin. Patience, young innkeep. I'm older than you, I'm sure. Skully has been waiting to tell you this story since we left the Pale Woods. I will try to compose myself. This tale deserves the cracking of every last one of my rhetorical knuckles. Let us recount our tale properly, Dame Carolyn. Hang on. I think I could go for one of your drinks first. That can be arranged. Something to keep my strength up. I didn't get to flex my muscles much during our quest. A good one might net you a story. No pressure, Lin. Do I want want to mix? No, we're keeping it easy. Clearly my brain cannot take any more. Okay, 1, 2, 3 of this. A wee little defense. And a touch of charisma. Ding. And I'm going to take a little bit of my drink as well. Oh, so good. If you're interested, it's the coconut caramel coffee from Death Wish. Oh my goodness. If I put a little chocolate protein shake in here or like mocha syrup, it would taste like a Girl Scout cookie. It's so good. A great drink for a great story. Aren't you lucky? I'd like to think luck has nothing to do with it. Perhaps not. I might have something else to cheer you up. Oh, Mellie's back. Oh, relieved? Like a great sword's been lifted off my shoulders. Is she all right? Lin looks just as bored as Lin over here. Who would have thought that such a fearless warrior never learned how to swim? But I'm sure her newly found family will teach her. Eventually. Seems like the lone wolf is not so lonely after all. Lin definitely lives up to her Baba's heritage, even if she doesn't see it yet. Yes, though you might prefer to see for yourself. She and Dave left me their address to give you. Who? Ah, you know them. Right. Got it. Only one person would fit such an uninspired name. They better apologize to Melly, or else. You'll have to find out the details for yourself. Just don't keep them waiting for too long. Don't need to tell me that. Fable isn't back then? No. Sure are taking their time. Feel like looking for them yet? No, they're capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin. I feel that. You had some to begin with? You're pretty chatty for someone within greatsword distance. Right. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Skully? With an offer like that, my friend, how can a skeleton say no? Perhaps something to enhance my aura. I would like to do the proclamation of this tale proper justice. Charisma. But he said aura. Oh, that's not a charisma drink. Interesting. That is. Let's see. I'm boring today. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Some defense against all my questions. And some attack to really sell that story. Alright. Ding. Please enjoy. Oh my. They say manners maketh a man, but this drink alone has invigorated me plenty. Skully is definitely one of my favorite characters. He is so fun. I can almost feel the warmth of flesh on my bones again. A pleasure to be of service. Our quest was confusing. Inspiring. My favorite flavor of quest. Not enough fighting, in my opinion. I feel like my muscles were wasting away on the way back here. But the most important must have all received a superb workout. The brain. Metaphorically, for me, of course. I've been wondering about that, actually. No, we're not even going to get started on that topic. I have to agree, my friend. Let's not get distracted. Though I would be delighted to share my theories with you, Innkeeper. Let me know when you have an hour to spare, or 5. Now, back to the task at hand. We started by making our way westwards, though our progress was slow. Any complications? Yes, quite a few. Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant about the plight of the Fessoian farmers. The less than ideal weather conditions, the flood that ruined a lot of crops, and now this pesky undead problem. I was stricken with empathy for their struggle. The least we could have done was offer up our means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life further north. So we switched carriages. 3 times. By the 3rd time we had gotten so far off course, it took us a whole day just to get back on track, on foot. But once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon with Dame Carolyn's cousin, Lady Danica. That was nice, I guess. The cousin with the undead snail problems, yes? Did you manage to liven up that garden for her? Sure did. Just had to set out some cabbage to lead them somewhere we wouldn't be damaging any crops, and with just one magnificent strike, truly a sight to behold. It was just some undead snails. No need to have gotten so excited. To match the excitement, Lady Danica served us some positively delightful cups of tea. Better than any accompanying finger sandwiches were some new facts I gleaned from observing the snails. Even lacking souls, they still displayed some pack behavior. They acted like, I can do this. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck with empathy for their plight. To unconsciously seek out a manner of instinctual action, despite the lack of anything to grant them a conscious objective. Is there a more transparent yearning for purpose than that? My apologies. It appears what they say about old age is true. You can't help but philosophize. And you can help but relate. In a way, one can't help but wonder whether any choice I make is truly my own or just a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge. Oh, hi, BC. Where's your sister Rose? Is she getting into trouble downstairs? Let's see if we can summon Rosie! Jesus! Right. Treats for kitties. Rose came up so violently, she scared the crap out of BC. I don't know where she went. Alright. And yet, your enjoyment of it seems genuine. Truly, Innkeeper, you have a way with words. Just lots of experience. Though that may be, my worries seem rather foolish now. I count myself as fortunate that despite all my memory lacks, I can delight in learning it all again. Does it really matter, then, where such an urge comes from? Anyhow, my apologies, Dame Carolyn. I completely derailed from our epic tale. Allow me to make up for it by continuing post-haste. We departed after that lovely cup of tea and finally headed for the Pale Woods. Lady Danica provided us with a cart and a trusty steed, a cow with the most lovely temperament. Cute! Cows are so cute. Her name's Lizelette. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I'm stealing that for my next cozy farming game. I made sure to greet the gentleman that passed us on our way to the woods. What magnificent shadow armor he was wearing. Something about it felt oddly familiar. Perhaps it was only my hope that we would look just as gallant after our quest. Lizelette valiantly took us to the edge of the forest, where, oh God, maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed. What he means is, it stunk real bad. We left Lizelette there, sparing her the stench seemed like the right thing to do. You left her defenseless? And forth we ventured. Didn't take long to find what we were looking for. The place was crawling with them. Which also explained the thunder smell. For some reason, the miasma didn't seem to bother me much. You don't have a nose, dude. Most respectfully, you don't have a nose. See? Innkeeper knows what's up. Oh, of course. Anyways, there was a verbal horde before us, an army of the undead creatures shambling their way through the forest. Do you want to come up? There you go. One gnawed tree at a time. Oop, I smacked the mic. They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true. I was itching to tear into them, but remembering the plan, I stepped back with a hand on my gray sword and goodbye. Indoor cat, aka Rose, has the zombies. Oh, there you are, BC. Were you hiding behind the couch? Here we go. You didn't get any treats because Rose was being an absolute gremlin. Alright, see if you can find them all. Go hunting. The crucial part of a successful negotiation is that you don't go into it blind, and so we observed. The undead creatures were displaying similar patterns to those snails. They weren't just stumbling around senselessly. They seemed to be following a pack leader. A representative that simplified things considerably. My first course of action was clear. I let Dame Carolyn know of my intentions. Seemed reasonable enough. When I circled the group to get to the leader at the front, she remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket. I walked up to the leader, another skeleton, making sure I displayed an open and respectful disposition. I suppose they were not open and respectful in return? Nope! Before I could even react, the skeleton had bitten down on Skully's arm. Well, thankfully, Skully's already undone. Agony is what I would have said if I hadn't been protected by my frost armor and your excellent drink mixing skills. Always glad to hear my drinks are protecting my clients on their quests. My friend, your drinks are astonishingly potent. Maybe too potent. As soon as the undead creature bit down, their teeth shattered upon impact. The leader recoiled immediately. All the others surrounding us froze. The leader fell to the ground, cradling their face with their hands. Curiously, when they regained composure, their expression was filled with joy. Still no idea how you can read an expression on a skull. They were actually quite expressive for a skeleton. They mostly express themselves through vibes. That sounds like some of your usual thunder. But this time, I'm almost willing to believe you. Excuse me, but what exactly are vibes, my friend? Have fun explaining that one. I guess you can think of them as some kind of aura that someone gives off. Fascinating. That sounds quite powerful. Could one harvest them like magic? Let's get back to the story. The teeth shattering was quite worrying. It made me re-examine the bite marks on the trees around us. Peculiarly, the bite marks here were quite a bit more shallow than what we had seen in other parts of the forest. Which means all those undead creatures had severe dental issues. The leader was so happy because the frost armor's chill was dulling their pain. The others' teeth were also in truly poor condition. And looking at that behavior, that seemed to be causing them severe pain. Coupled with their hunger for trees, it became a never-ending cycling of suffering. It should have never gotten so bad. I asked why they hadn't reported the issue to their necromancer. It was clearly starting to impact the fulfillment of their objective. That got them really heated. They tried to rip Skully apart again. But Dame Carolyn skillfully resolved the situation with a bit of intimidation. It turns out they didn't even have dental. The nerve. Carolyn, I'm with Skully on this one. Yeah, no, we should be providing healthcare, vision, and dental to our employees. Rude. I am again going to my DM with this one. They had no benefits, nothing. They were just expected to be quiet and follow orders. That doesn't sound right to me. It's a scam, that's what it is. No sick leave, no compensation, no PTO. What kind of employer is this necromancer? They didn't want to hear it. We're doing what we love. We don't need any fancy benefits. But you should have seen the state they were in. They couldn't even take a proper chomp out of the trees out of bark anymore. What would happen when their teeth deteriorated even further? Their necromancer would replace them with another undead creature in a heartbeat. That was when Skully really got him, I think. The words were just pouring out of my mouth, and I was elated that they were the right ones. The light reflection off the frost armor really dazzled them too. Any skeleton worth their calcium should be able to acquire such armor. They needn't be bound by such a neglectful necromancer. My apologies. It appears I somewhat lost my composure just now. You might soon be contacted to host the first UFU gathering, Innkeeper. Union for the... Oh, don't make me laugh. Union for the Undead. Oh my god. UFU 1755. Never forget your roots. They're welcome to visit any time. I think they really wanted to improve their situation. Most respectively, they promised to leave the Pale Woods alone as well. One of the UFU's goals is to find a more sustainable way to deal with their obsession eventually. They're heading for their necromancer now. There are a bunch of demands to settle. They graced us with a great deal of parting gifts before we left. We got the hallux that broke off one of them when they attacked Dame Carolyn. Their leader gave me the teeth we couldn't put back into their skull. Oh, and this eyeball. I'm overjoyed as we managed to resolve our quest in a peaceful manner. Can't deny your resolution was pretty effective. Good to know you're both happy with how it ended. Those are the outcomes I most enjoy hearing about from my patrons. Oh, we did get you something else as well, innkeeper. Trinket, 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 trinket. Here. The trees looked really chewed on and dead. But the berries seemed like they were thriving. Or an ingredient. That works as well. They're the ones Elfie was going on about. Not like they're here to appreciate them now, so I guess you can have them. Just set some aside to make Fable a drink when they're back. Sounds fair. Also, while I was plucking the berries... Gooseberry. Oh my god! Why is it so cute? Again, I need that as a claw clip. Please and thank you. Gooseberries are nearly translucent and only grow deep within the moon swamp for a few months every year. Safe to eat, but rather sour to taste, give invisibility. Also, while plucking the berries, the spirits of the trees gave us a little keepsake, because they were so glad we stopped all that gnawing. Sadly, I don't have any more storage left in my hat. So we wanted you to have it as well. Now we can always indulge in sweet memories whenever we visit. Trinket, trinket, trinket. Cute. Oh my god, I love it so much. I want one. I need all of these trinkets for my desk. My PC setup is so barren, it's so bad. Maybe for my first photo, I'll post it to Instagram if you guys want to check it out. But oh my god, these trinkets. I think I know just the place for it. Thank you very much. Skully, you ever thought about becoming an advocate for this kind of stuff? Not that I can usually stand up, but you seem to really care about all this. Oh no, I'm but a mere heap of bones here to learn all I can. But it is a gentleman's way to speak out when evil is committed in front of you. So I don't suppose I will stop doing just that anytime soon. Sounds good to me. I still wonder what all those undead creatures were doing there. No idea. We didn't ask. Hunger? Seemed to be heading north before we talked to them. Maybe they were searching for more trees? The Pale Woods is one of the largest forests in Fisoa. I don't see a reason for them to leave the area before it was barren. Unless they were ordered to. Don't they typically come with a necromancer attached? You don't suppose that gentleman we encountered outside the woods could have been that very necromancer? I don't think farmers were armor like what you described. Oh, if I had known what a dastardly, negligent necromancer they were, I would have never offered them that greeting. Thunder! Just realized where they could have been heading. It's true there aren't many woods around here that compare to the Pale Woods, but that giant root in the capital must look pretty good to some tree-obsessed undeads. There might be tons more headed there even now. Thunder, indeed! High fiber risks. There it is. Just to clarify, you believe hordes of undead creatures are marching towards the capital? Well, towards the roots would be my guess. I see. They're heading towards Themis to gnaw on the divine roots, as if to fell the other tree, have a tea party? Precisely. Not that such an action alone could destroy the whole thing, but it would certainly do some damage. What in the thunder are you talking about? As I just stated, someone is trying to destroy the Aether Tree, the Starfall, the Primordial Flood, even the interplanar portals. It's all part of a big plot. Was that not clear? No. Oh my, that's awful. And insane if true. Is it working? Unfortunately so, or do you see stars in the night sky? I mean, there's one. There used to be more. And we don't know who's behind it yet either. Well, Carolyn, Mr. Skully, the gentle person you greeted outside the woods, you thought he might be a necromancer? He certainly bore the armor of one. Did he seem like he wanted to kill everyone? Not particularly, though it can be hard to tell sometimes. Politeness and the desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures. Indeed they do. So, Skully, you were resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it? Well, I admit at first I recalled very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled about trying to remember my manners. But my memories, or rather the memories of my body, which I suppose are also my memories, have been getting clearer lately. He's very interested in studying other undead since he came back conscious instead of being a lifeless puppet. He tried to strike up a conversation with zombies and even unionized them. Now he's committed to fighting for better working and unliving conditions for the undead. Let me try to focus my thoughts. Oh, Skully! I believe I awakened in the archives, in the Everbloom. The Everbloom? Did you encounter any bleak stalkers? Why, I did indeed. They seemed very hungry for my bones. Such interesting creatures. They remind me of the old intellect wombats. Do those beasts still roam Fizoa? No. What are intellect wombats? Priorities, Tia. Skully, who woke you up? A gentleman of fine age. I believe he was there to do research? I remember candles held over notes scribbled on paper, ink stains on his fingertips. He must have found me near my friend's study. I remember I was looking for her when, after I woke, I simply left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped. Be glad you did not aid him. We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe. Did the guy from the woods remind you of the one in the archives? Now that you mention it. I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but I knew the armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first reopened my eyes. Metaphorically, of course. I no longer have eyelids. A necromancer is behind all this. Is he trying to break the sigils just to get Tuat, the spirit of dragon in the realm of death? Sigils. Are you perchance speaking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought them a wild figment of her imagination. Oh, shit. Seems like they're not, unfortunately. Do necromancers usually want to destroy Tuat? No, but they do defy his laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves access to all the souls the spirit dragon guards. Or he plans to destroy death once and for all with his perversions. But, my dears, to destroy Tuat, one must find him first. That in itself would be quite the impossible task, no? Is he going to distract all the guardians with the zombies gnawing on the root? Nope, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I tend to do that. Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him. Can you kill death? I don't know, but merely attempting it sounds disastrous. Miss Anwar, Mr. Moore, Tuat is the god of death. No matter how insane the necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. Only weapons made by dragons can harm them. We all know this. You mean like Ur's great axe? A weapon forged for the dragons by the dragons meant only for their claws? The axe. It could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upper world, if not through Tuat himself. Would stealing an axe from a dragon count as a sigil? Alright, y'all lost me again. I talked about this already. Keep up. I'll explain later. It might count as a sigil if it awakens or damages their plane. Should not be awakened under any circumstances. Nor should their legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning. I'm right there with you. This seems like too insane of a plot. Even for some big, bad, evil guy. They always seem to be researching for new heights in their dastardly schemes. If we are correct, this one plans to steal Ur's weapon, break their sigil, and then destroy Tuat. Dragons be with us. What about the undead creatures marching towards the capital? They must be a distraction, a way to keep anyone who would interfere off his back. Quite the dangerous distraction, if you ask me. Those poor husks shouldn't be snacking away at those roots either way, should they? No. Rumor unlocked, unwelcome distraction, and those sigils of alcohol zest you keep talking about. Do what? Destroy the tree? The spirit realm rests above all others in the canopy of our world. If we believe this monster's plan succeeds, it will collapse down onto the rest of the Aether Tree. Not only would that free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, and everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Oh, we're unlocking all the rumors. Not to mention Twat might die. I don't think I have to explain to you why death dying would be a bad thing. Once again, can he die? Wouldn't risk it. Though I believe this plot of his has to be limited somewhat, no? Perhaps to the transitional period between the astral moon and the dying moon? Only then would the veil of Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for a ritual such magnitude to succeed. Wait, what you mean is this can only happen the night between the 35th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat? So it can only work in 4 days or next year. Precisely. I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessarily complicated rules. It is common courtesy. Clay, I've been wondering, remember that man we saw on our way back near Morrow Castle? Yes, do you think he might have been the same guy? I do. Strange armor sounds familiar, as the convenient proximity to the destruction. And more so, the blood of the first vampire Kyle spoke of. Part of the ritual to safely traverse the astral sea involves having an associated anchor for your destination. No! To find Tuat, you need something connected to him. Like the blood of a vampire eternally bound to him? Yes, maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more of Cassiopeia than I anticipated. All this out-of-context thunder is giving me a headache. Innkeep, got another drink to spare that'll help with all this mess? Something powerful enough to get me through this? Anything for you, Lin. Oh, my lord. And so, the BBEG's plot is figured out. I put all the strength I have into this drink. Enjoy. I think you just put parts of my sanity back together. Thanks a lot. Anytime. So, this madman, if he can't get the axe, he can't kill the spirit dragon, right? Correct. Great. Let's stop him from getting the axe. Great idea. I know. Now how do we do that? Well, first the necromancer needs to find it. For that he'd have to get to Ur's realm. Thanks to the portals, that is entirely within the realm of possibility. One would simply have to journey through one of the portals to the Twilight Chasm, and then enter the endless caves through the Nightmare Realm. This is getting overly complicated. Nothing easier than that. Well said, Lin. Didn't Melly see some weird new bone way markers near the Twilight Chasm portal in the Moon Swamps? Could they be there to remind someone, say a necromancer, of the way to the portal? They could. Good. The moon pools are much easier to reach than Boreas. We should catch the necromancer before he ventures into the chasm, and most certainly before he gets the axe. Great. Let's go beat his ass. Hold on. What if he's right? What if you don't succeed? Pardon? I mean, what if there's a point to all this? No one goes this far for nothing, right? Plenty of people do horrible things for terrible reasons. And even noble reasons don't make horrible things good. Regardless of our sympathy for his motives, we shouldn't rush into this immediately. This all calls for a backup plan. If we don't manage to stop him from getting the weapon, we stand no chance in a fight against him. Even your divine strikes would be no match, Miss Anwa. That is true. We need an incredibly powerful weapon to match his. Not sure if it's enough, but I do have this sword I got from my Baba. Let me see it. This is remarkable craftsmanship infused with minor divine powers. Credible. But I'm afraid even this cannot rival the great axe in any capacity. What if it was mixed with dragonfire? What? Do you happen to have such a thing on hand, young lad? No, but I know where we can find some. The ever-burning flame in the highlands is dragonfire. The one you wanted to see, Tia, I think now might be a good time for that. You're right. Dragonfire merged with Carolyn's blessed sword. It wouldn't be as powerful as the axe, but it might give us a fighting chance. Wow, all the rumors. If we had a master craftsman to forge it, that is. Rhea, she's a blacksmith. Would be great for her competition for sure if she cares enough. You're right, there's no one better for the job. I'm sure she'd love to forge such a weapon. And I'm sure you can convince her of the importance, Lin. You got that right. Leave the blacksmith recruiting to me. Very well. I'm sure Master Smith Frostgrip will be delighted with this opportunity. Having her on our side makes me even more confident. That way we can stop this necromancer's plans. I love how everyone's coming together. I have the utmost faith in us. And I know the Aperture and its astral portal are well protected, even if we should fail. Though I don't believe we will. Because I know I'm strong enough to best this battle, and that Clay is as well. And the others too. Yes, the others too. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the 4 of you will be enough. Don't worry, there's a lot of people we can ask for help. Like you. Like me? Ask away. I knew we could count on you. You collect everything we talk about, right? I try my best. Could you write us up 2 quests for all this? I think we should split our resources so we get the backup plan going at the same time. Good idea, young man. Plus, that'll give us an excuse to have your drinks help us. Not that you need an excuse, but I appreciate you following my rituals. I'll see what I can do. I should have something written up first thing in the morning. I trust in you as you trust in us. Not at all. Casually. Deeply? Yes. Deeply, with the knowledge that together we are stronger. We'll see you in the morning then. Carolyn, come with us. We owe you a few explanations before we make you do any persuasion work for us. You got that right. Let's go. I cannot miss out on more possible details. I shall see you in the morning and keep. Thank you for all your help. Let's save the world, all right? Let's, Clay. Good luck. Oh, man. All right. This one we've had for a while. Let's see. I think those ones go together. Maybe not. This. Oop, that's one. There we go. The capital is wrapped in roots, protected by the divine. According to a myth as ancient as time, these are the roots of the Aether Tree. The enemy aims for the destruction of the Aether Tree. He needs the great axe of Earth to collapse the spirit realm onto the rest of the tree. The undead can't seem to get enough fiber. What better tree to chomp down than the Aether Tree itself? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, nope, that's wrong. Okay. Do I have another one about the tree? The undead marching towards the capital are a mere distraction. Fortunately, it does not make them less dangerous. No. All right. Belonged to your great-grandmother. I've been forged in fire. Okay, there's one. Okay. Let's focus on the great axe. That one? No. Okay. Twilight Chasm. Let's try this one. This one? Nope. Wow, why am I so dumb? Alright. Capitals wrapped in roots. Fiber. Undead. Evil person. Let's see. Okay, let's try this one, and this one. There it is. Okay. Oh, and there's still a third one. All right. Well, we're going to go with Undead are marching on the capital. Capital's marching routes. There we go. Okay. The Dead Parade. Good Lord. That was quite an intense chapter. Alright, that was a particularly long chapter with a lot of information, so I'm going to end it here for now. We'll try to pick this up again soon. The plot is unfolding. This is getting intense. Oh dear. But until next time, guys, make good life choices. Bye, guys.